Hey there, money minds and philanthropy philosophers. Today we're diving into what might be the biggest financial plot twist since someone first thought, hey, maybe we should stop bartering with chickens. Warren Buffett's decision to give away 99% of his wealth. That's right. The Oracle of Omaha basically looked at his fortune and said, nah, I'm good, with the casual energy of someone declining extra guacamole at Chipotle. But before we unpack this $150 billion act of generosity, let me remind you that this isn't your typical rags to riches story. It's more like riches to deliberately choosing rags. And trust me, it's way more fascinating than watching your crypto portfolio during a bull run. Let's start with some context. Warren Buffett, the man who turned Berkshire Hathaway from a struggling textile company into an investment empire worth hundreds of billions, didn't just wake up one morning and decide to play Santa Claus. This decision was as calculated as his investment strategies, just with a different kind of return in mind. Back in 2006, Buffett made his initial pledge to gradually give away 99% of his wealth, primarily through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and several family foundations. Fast forward to 2025, and he's already given away over $80 billion. That's enough money to buy everyone in New York City a luxury car, though I'm pretty sure the traffic situation there is already bad enough. Now, you might be wondering, why would someone who's so good at making money decide to give it all away? Well, Buffett has this crazy idea that maybe, just maybe, having billions of dollars in a vault like Scrooge McDuck isn't the best use of resources when there are global challenges to address. Revolutionary concept, right? Let's break down the decision-making process that led to this unprecedented act of generosity. First, Buffett has always lived by a simple philosophy. Accumulate wealth not for the sake of luxury, but as a means to create value and positive change. He still lives in the same house he bought in Omaha in 1958 for $31,500. That's right. One of the world's wealthiest people lives in a house that today would barely cover the down payment on a tiny apartment in San Francisco. The fascinating part about Buffett's giving pledge isn't just the amount. It's the strategic thinking behind it. He's essentially treating philanthropy with the same analytical rigor he applies to investing. Instead of looking for undervalued stocks, he's looking for undervalued opportunities to make the world better. It's like value investing, but instead of getting dividends in dollars, you get them in positive social impact. Here's where it gets really interesting. Buffett didn't just write a check and call it a day. He structured his giving with the same precision he uses for his investments. The bulk of his fortune is going to the Gates Foundation, not because Bill Gates is his bridge buddy, though he is, but because he believes in maximizing philanthropic efficiency. It's like choosing to invest in a well-managed index fund instead of trying to pick individual stocks. Except in this case, the returns are measured in lives improved rather than dollars earned. Let's talk about the behavioral economics at play here. Traditional economic theory suggests that humans are rational actors who always act in their own self-interest. But Buffett's decision challenges this notion. Or does it? He's actually redefined what self-interest means. For him, the satisfaction and legacy of contributing to global solutions outweigh the marginal utility of having another billion in the bank. The impact of Buffett's decision extends far beyond the direct benefits of his donations. He's created what behavioral economists call a social proof effect, influencing other billionaires to reconsider their wealth distribution. Through the Giving Pledge, which he co-founded with Bill and Melinda Gates, he's inspired hundreds of other wealthy individuals to commit to giving away the majority of their wealth. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Buffett's approach to giving is as methodical as his approach to investing. He's not just throwing money at problems, he's investing in solutions. The foundation he trusts with his wealth focuses on global health, education, and poverty reduction, areas where data shows the highest potential return on investment in terms of human welfare. Consider this. Buffett's donation to the Gates Foundation alone has helped fund initiatives that have saved millions of lives through vaccination programs, disease prevention, and healthcare access. That's a better return than any stock market investment could ever provide, unless someone figures out how to trade in human happiness futures. The decision hasn't been without its critics, of course. Some argue that this concentration of philanthropic power in the private foundations raises questions about democratic accountability. Others suggest that billions in private charity might reduce pressure on governments to provide public services. These are valid concerns, but Buffett's counter-argument is simple. He believes that private philanthropy can be more nimble and innovative than government programs, while still working alongside them. Let's look at some numbers that would make any accountant's calculator overheat. By 2025, Buffett's donations have already helped fund global vaccination programs reaching hundreds of millions of children, agricultural development projects supporting millions of small farmers, and education initiatives impacting countless students. And he's not done yet. What makes this story even more remarkable is Buffett's view on inherited wealth. He famously said he wants to give his children enough to do anything, but not enough to do nothing. It's like he's treating a generational wealth the way parents treat screen time. Enough to be useful, but not so much that it ruins them. The behavioral implications of this decision are fascinating. Studies in happiness economics show that beyond a certain point, additional wealth doesn't significantly increase happiness. Buffett seems to have intuitively understood this long before the research confirmed it. He's effectively trading something that won't make him happier, excess wealth, for something that will, the satisfaction of making a positive impact. As we wrap up this analysis of what might be the most expensive case of generosity since someone decided to make public libraries a thing, let's consider the lasting impact of Buffett's decision. He's not just giving away money. He's changing the conversation about wealth, responsibility, and legacy. In conclusion, Warren Buffett's decision to give away 99% of his wealth isn't just a story about charity. It's a masterclass in strategic thinking, behavioral economics, and redefining success. It challenges us to think differently about wealth, purpose, and the impact we can have on the world. And hey, if you're worried about Buffett, don't be. He's still got that 1% left, which is more than enough to keep him in his favorite McDonald's breakfast sandwiches for the rest of time. Now that's what I call a happy meal.